What's one piece of advice if you were standing in front of a group of our integrated business majors, what would you tell them?
Being very, very self-aware, understand that the goal is not to just chase the salary.
Yeah,
It's to basically understand yourself, understand, your skills and what's going to make you valuable to an organization to want to keep you. Because an organization can pay you a lot of money, but if you don't offer anything that makes them want to keep you, that's not really sustainable over time. So, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that's a really important message for our students to hear that we are often so fixated on the base salary that we lose sight of potential long-term growth. How's Amazon stock doing today, by the way?
Yeah, so just kind of looking at it, when I first started, we were trending just below $1,000 a share, and if you look it up right now, I think we closed at like $3,200 a share or something like that.
Fantastic. That is
So
absolutely fantastic.
it ended up working out, and that's a lot more valuable than an additional 5 to 10K a year, honestly, in
Right.
my opinion. Because the biggest thing is when you have that base salary and you see it in your account every day, you're gonna want to spend it, especially as a young professional. Like, the biggest thing that I can say is making sure that as you progress through your career, if your life situation hasn't changed and only your money has changed, manage that accordingly. When I first came in on my level 4 salary as a manager, I still live that same way today. Like, I've definitely have bumped my pay, definitely have grown as far as my financial stability. But at the same time, I don't need the money because, I don't, drive the nicest car. I don't, wear, all the designer shoes and the designer clothes. I think social media plays a big part in that for a lot of folks. But understanding what I need versus what I want. So now, in case I do have a life event where, I start a family, I want to settle down, I have zero worries about that because I've already thought ahead.
So you know that our program focuses on soft skills, and you mentioned a few of the soft skills. How has the integrated business department and your training in our 8 classes helped you at all?
A big way of how it helped is it got me ready to begin working in teams. Like, having the flipped classroom method was very beneficial for me because up to that point, even through my experience in the military, I've worked through teams. I was, a sports guy growing up, but still realizing I had an individual contributor mentality. But coming to IB and now having that individual contributor mindset taken away because you will not be successful with that definitely helped me with working with others and working within a team and helping me understand my true skill set, which is influencing others, being able to step outside my comfort zone, working with people that I've never worked with before that come from different backgrounds, have different, work ethic, but still coming together as a collective to produce a product or service. So that was a big thing for me, was going to flipped classroom, and then even just the technical skills as well, going through your classroom, just learning about pivot tables, learning about VLOOKUPs. I literally do those every day in my job. So whenever you have a position that calls for you to oversee inventory or oversee, any type of cycle counts or anything like that, you need to run pivot tables. You need to run, your VLOOKUPs to be able to uncover these gaps that you may have.
I have one final question. What career opportunities currently exist at Amazon or within your division that you know of that you would be happy or willing to share with our IB student population?
Transitioning out of college, I would definitely say an entry-level role would be our area manager roles. We open up buildings pretty much every couple of months that require a long list of managers that need to support these buildings, as they hold anywhere from 500 to 2,000 people. So area manager is what it'll be listed at on like Indeed, Job Finder, these different platforms like that. It's a very good way to come in and see the operation from a ground level, like see it actually in the trenches, working with your different associates, your different wide array of people, and you get to come into a pretty competitive salary compared to, most offers coming out of college. So I know for me, I was offered a comfortable salary, able to, support myself as well as having a couple nice things. So area manager is the one that I would highly suggest folks look into. It'll definitely leverage your ability to utilize those soft skills that you learn in IB, as well as offer you a great career growth potential. As I mentioned before, like being promoted a couple times in short years, that's not existent at a lot of companies.
Yeah.
So being able to have that type of exponential growth in such a short timeline, it's a good way for you to progress and kind of get your career started. So that's what I would
Excellent.
recommend.
Well, Thomas, listen, thank you so much for this fantastic advice. I'm so happy that you were able to spend some time with us today, and I look forward to seeing you at our next IB Alumni Networking event.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Thank you for having me once again, Professor Leo. We've maintained a great relationship even post graduation. So I appreciate you being that lending hand, and I'm just glad I can give back to the students.